Hey guys, okay, I have a story. This one's a new one actually. So I don't know if I mentioned, I think I have, that I got back into my housekeeping, and well, so far so good. I mean, my clients have always been, I've never had like encountered until now, well, can't necessarily say that, but I've always had pretty cool clients. Once in a while, maybe a weird one, but not like verbally abusive. So anyway, my first client out here, nice, so I thought, like a nerdy, retired guy, you know, nice guy. Although I was nervous because it was, he's home the whole time I'm cleaning, and, you know, who knows, you know, sometimes it's the nice ones you got to worry about, right? So anyway, so I've been cleaning his house for the past 3 months, and everything's been going okay, you know, decent. He's very appreciative. He overpays me, like he literally pays me $10 more an hour than I ask. So I'm thinking, wow, you know, he's a keeper. So then fast forward, and the last 2 cleanings, he scared the crap out of me. So what happened was, not this past week, but the 3 weeks before, because he's every 3 weeks, I was cleaning his house, and he likes to brag about himself and talk about himself, so I normally just kind of humor him, like, yeah, okay, cool, but I'm here to clean, I'm not your friend. But I don't say that. I just, you know, that's cool, you've had all these, you know, Hollywood celebrity experiences, you used to work in Hollywood, and you used to know all these celebrities, cool for you, you know, you own all these cool guitars, yeah, you know. So this time, I was kind of in a crunch. I told him, like, because he wanted to start at 9 a.m. And I said, well, and we always were at 8 a.m. And I said, can I start at 9 a.m. the next cleaning, because I promised my kids I'd go see a movie with them, and it starts at 2. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I said, okay, thank you so much for, you know, being cool with that. So anyway, I show up at 8, and I'm not having a lot of time to sit there and listen to his stories, because I have to be done. It was a 4-hour cleaning. I wanted to get done so I can get home, wash my rags, shower up, get ready to go see the movie. Anyway, so he was starting to talk to me, and I was already walking off to the bedroom to start cleaning the bathroom, the master bathroom, and he stopped me in my tracks to talk about his connections with the Beatles, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I thought it was going to be a quick story, so I kind of stood where I stood, where he could kind of see me, but not, because I was in mid-path of walking to the bathroom. And so he was talking about his Beatles connection, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he goes, can you please stand over here that I can see you? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've never had, like, I mean, I've heard people have snapped at me in the past, and it always, I have this recoil, like, oh my God, like, it just freaks me out. I don't know if that's normal or if it's me. I'm not sure why I have such PTSD with that, because I don't remember my parents ever being like that, you know, they don't never just out of the blue. So it scared the crap out of me. I was like, whoa. So I'm like, yeah, so sorry, like, apologetic. I was apologetic, you know, and all this. And then he snapped at me again, because he was trying to tell me how to work the dryer. And I had my iHeartRadio on my phone. It wasn't loud, it never is loud, but it was on, and I was in the process of turning down the volume. And as he's talking, he goes, could you please turn that down? Thank you. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you could at least say nice. You could say it nice. And he's been nice this whole entire time. That's what was weird. Then he snapped at me about something else. He was kind of just snippy the whole day, and I thought, oh, it's probably because I'm not kissing his ass today. I'm not listening to his stories, you know, because I'm in a rush. So at the end of the day, he's helping me, you know, put my stuff in my car. And he's like, well, you know, I'm really sorry I was snippy today. You know, I was sleep deprived, and, you know, I didn't get to bed till real late. And so I'm thinking to myself, oh, that totally makes sense. That's cool. You know, I'll give someone a chance. You know, everyone has a bad day. Although I do not agree. You should not take out your bad days on people, okay? That's not cool. But all the same, he pays me pretty damn good. So I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. So I said, okay, cool, I'll see you in 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's fine. I said, now I'll start at 9 this time. So, okay, so now 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, I show up at 8:52. Okay? I personally like to be early over late. I'm just how I am. It gives me anxiety. I just like to, you know, rather be early or on time kind of thing. So I show up to his house and I knock on the door. First I ring the doorbell. I don't hear the doorbell go off, and I know some of these homes I've cleaned for, they say their doorbell doesn't work. So I thought, oh, I'll give it a hot second. I didn't hear him answer. I mean, he didn't answer. So I decided to knock on the door. And again, no answer. I'm like, well, I didn't knock that loud. So I knocked one more time, but it was silent. It was still kind of a quiet knock. And then I'm like, I think I'll just text him saying I'm here. So as I'm sending that text, he answers the door. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't know if your doorbell wasn't working, or he goes, I can hear my doorbell all the way to the backyard. I'm like, oh, okay, so you definitely heard it. Oh, okay. So I don't know if that set him off as an annoyance that I was questioning him for not answering the door right away, now that I'm thinking about this and talking about this. But as I get into the house, now I'm in his home, door closed, you know, nobody outside to see his attitude. And he's like, so I don't mind you being late, but I do mind you being early. And I was like, holy shit. And he said it in that kind of tone. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, and I was just like, I'm just used to being on time. It's just, or early, it's just my thing I do. But, you know, I'll just sit in my car and wait till 9 o'clock and then come in then. So here I am again, being apologetic constantly. Like, oh, it's all my fault. My bad, you know, kind of thing. So I go along with the cleaning, and I'm almost done. And normally when I have 3 buckets, I have my vacuums, my broom, and my mop. Okay, so normally when I normally have all my stuff, if I'm not using them anymore, because I'm done cleaning the bathrooms and the kitchen and dusting, and I'm just doing the vacuuming and mopping, all my stuff is by the front door so I can get out. Everything's ready to go. And this particular time I had moved my buckets in front of the front door because I was vacuuming where they were. And I happened to start vacuuming in another part of the house as well, and I just left the buckets where they were, not thinking much about it. And apparently an Amazon package showed up. I didn't hear, the guy never knocked or rang the door. They must have just notified him off like Google or, you know, that little Alexa thing, you know, because mine does that. So he comes out of his bedroom straight to the front door and is annoyed with my buckets being in the way. So he picks them up and shoves them to the side, grabs his package and comes straight up to me and says, you know, this is a fire hazard. I'm like, oh my God, calm the fuck down, dude. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, buckets aren't like freaking 50 pounds. They're just buckets of spray bottles and towels and dusters. Like, it's not freaking ridiculously heavy. I carry them all at once, okay? So again, now I'm fucking scared, but I'm not going to say anything bad. All I did say was, I just put him there temporarily because I was vacuuming that spot. And he goes, well, still. And then he stormed into his room. I'm like, man, this guy's fucking weird. Like, now I'm scared he's going to fucking kill me. I'm like, So, normally when I leave, he's always in his, like, I always have to clean his bedroom area so he can, you know, finish it all up and then do the rest of the house so he can escape in the bedroom so I can do the rest of the house and not be, him not be in my way. So as I'm ready to leave, I normally knock on the door so he knows I'm leaving so he can lock his front door. And so this time I did, but first off, I put all my cleaning stuff out the front door. Like, they're all out there so I can make a run for it. I knock on his bedroom door, I just say, okay, God, I'm leaving. Thank you so much, you know, for today's cleaning, whatever. Whatever I said. And then I got the fuck out of there. And notice as I have to make 2 trips to my car because I can't carry it all. I'm putting my buckets in the trunk, and as I'm going to grab my vacuums and stuff, here he comes out the front door. So obviously he was just slow to open his bedroom door, but he knew I was leaving. So he comes out the front door and then helps me with my second load like he normally does, and it's all nicey nice because now we're outside in the public. And he's like, wow, sure is bright out here. Hey, I'm not going to see you before Thanksgiving. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll see you in 3 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, definitely. Woo, you know. And as I get in the car, I'm like, fuck no, you won't. I was like, hell no. And the thing is like, all my life, like, I always wondered, like, you know, I always like to save money, and most of the people save money because they want to, you know, buy something, you know, that kind of saving money. My reasons for saving money my whole entire life is to get out of the situation of being in the mercy of somebody. Like, before, it was my parents. I did not want to be in the mercy of them, because people can dangle that power on you. And my mom's still trying to do that with my brother's money. And I'm like, you can take that money and stick it where the sun don't shine. I don't need it. I'm not going to come kiss your ass because of the money. Like, no. And I'm not a rich person in any way. I live very simple. But I'm just saying, that was the reason. So with this said, he pays me a lot more than the rest of my clients. And yet I'm thinking, he probably thinks, oh, I got this person. They're not going anywhere. I pay them really well. And I'm thinking, the hell you do? So I took it 24 hours to, like, you know, because I really literally got scared. Like, I was crying on the way home, and then I was at my friend's house, and just out of the blue, I just started kind of having a panic, going, I don't want to go back there, because I hadn't quit yet. I'm like, I don't know how to tell him to quit. I don't want to make it like where he knows why I'm quitting, because he might retaliate and say something bad on, like, the Nextdoor app about me. So I started having a panic, like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. He's going to probably kill me next time. You know, that's how freaking scared I am. And so sure enough, I came up with a good idea of what to text, and I just said, due to unforeseen circumstances, I can no longer clean. Thank you so much for your business and happy holidays. And I just left it, and then I fucking blocked his phone after that, so I don't care what kind of response he has. I don't want to see it. But with that said, my red flags popped up pretty quick, because I've been so aware of these abusive people in my life in the past that I'm like, do not go back there. Your worth is worth way more than that. You got to know your worth, and you are worth more than that. Do not be in the mercy of these people. And I'm saying that to everybody who's listening to this, because that's the thing. Bad people like that, no, we're easy targets, and they will take advantage, and they will Hoover you back. And that's what he was doing. Like, oh, you have a happy holiday, and, you know, being all Mr. Nice Guy like he was the last time. But he apologized last time, and I thought, oh, he apologized, he's sleep deprived, got it, you get a second chance. This time, he didn't even apologize. This is just how he fucking is. I don't know why. I guess what he wanted to do is wanted to keep me where I was comfortable. Like, you know, you don't want to do that the first cleaning. You want me to be there enough time so I feel comfortable. And I thought about that when I first cleaned his house, because he's a creepy retired lonely guy with no friends or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or anything like that. It made me wonder, like, is there a dungeon up in this place? Is there some kind of, did he kill his other housekeeper? Did she really quit and go to Starbucks? Or, I don't know, maybe she quit because what you're doing to me is exactly what you did to her. So, I guess the moral to the story was, always know your worth. You are worth way more than this kind of freaking abuse like I experienced, and maybe you're experiencing in other ways. Save your money. Never be in the mercy of anybody. Oh my God. Always make sure the ball's in your court. Well, guys, that's all I got. So I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any similar stories, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.